want everybody to close their eyes for a minute. I want you to imagine that you're at a military base located outside of Kuwait City in Kuwait. You're enjoying a much needed day off when all of a sudden you hear alarms go off all throughout the base. Over the loudspeakers, you hear that Scud missiles are en route to your location from Iraq. You immediately reach for your protective mask, pull it out of the case, place it onto your face, pull the straps over your head, and realize that your mask will not seal. Good evening, my name is Travis Dower, and over the next several minutes I'm going to be talking to you about how to maintain an M40 series protective mask. With the proper guidance, training, and techniques, you can keep your protective mask ready for use at any given time. This speech is intended to serve as a guideline outlining procedures and techniques used to maintain an M40 series protective mask. By the end of this speech, my intent is to familiarize you with some of those procedures and techniques necessary to keep your M40 series protective mask ready for use at all times. This will include checking external parts, internal parts, and proper storage of the M40 series protective mask. First thing we'll talk about is checking some of the external parts of the mask. What I have here is an M40 series protective mask. Alright, some of the parts that I'm talking about on the external part of the mask. First thing we want to check the head harness. What I've got here is the head harness of the M40 series protective mask. You're going to check the straps. You're checking the straps to ensure that there's no fraying, that there is elasticity on all the straps just by simply pulling on each one of them. You're also going to check to ensure that it's been installed properly. What you want to do is you want to place it in your hand. You're going to see an X-stitch pattern, and you're going to see a small strap that has a loop at the bottom. This will show you that it has been installed properly. Something else you're going to check on the exterior of the mask is your canister. You're going to actually unscrew your canister. What you're checking for in the canister is you're checking the seams. You're checking for any kind of dents or damages to the seams. You're also going to check the entire canister itself to ensure that there are no dents greater than 1/4 of an inch. What you're also going to do is you're going to take the canister and you're going to shake it. What you're doing is you're listening for any kind of foreign debris. If any of these are found, foreign debris, damaged seams, or dents greater than 1/4 of an inch, you're going to go ahead and you replace your canister. One of the things you want to check on the external part of the mask is you're actually going to check your outer lenses. You're going to ensure that they're placed properly, they're seated properly, that they're not broken, cracked, or distorted to the point to where it impairs your vision. If any of these situations are there, you're going to go ahead and replace these outer lenses. Once you've checked the exterior of the mask, now is the time to check the interior. I'm going to be talking about a few things on the interior of the mask. Go ahead and move this strap out of the way. Alright, on the interior of the mask, what you've got here is your air deflector. Now your air deflector is located on whichever side your canister is. I'm actually right-handed, so my canister is going to be on the left side because I fire a weapon with my right side. Alright, my canister is on my left side, so therefore my air deflector, which is this black piece of plastic, is located on my left side. You're going to ensure that it's there and that it's seated properly. While you're inside here, you're also going to check for your nose cup valves. Basically, where your nose goes is where your nose cup is. And your nose cup valves, if you look inside, you actually see a black disc. There's one on this side. There's one on this side. You're going to make sure that they're there, that they're not missing, that they're not distorted, curled, sticky, or they're not backwards. Once you do that, what you want to do is we're going to flip the mask over. I'm going to pull this cover out of the way, and you have a outlet valve. Alright, this outlet valve, what you're doing is you're making sure that it's not damaged, dirty, that it's not missing, and that it rotates. A lot of the older masks have a white outlet valve. You want to ensure that you've got the new green one. What you're just simply going to do is just spin it around and ensure that it rotates. Alright, once your mask has been checked for serviceability and function, it is important to know how to properly store your protective mask. Last thing I want to talk about is that proper storage of your M40 series protective mask. We'll start out by how you prepare your mask for storage inside your mask carrier. what you want to do is you want to place your straps basically as you see them now. What you're going to do, you'll be wearing your mask at this time. Once you take your mask off, this is what it's going to look like. You want to take your cheek straps, which are actually the lower straps, and you want to loosen them up as loose as you can get them. And you're simply going to rotate your straps back over the face piece. That is exactly what it will look like. You've got your tab with your loop through it. You actually pull down. Now you're able to place the mask back over your face and pull the straps over your head. Alright, also placement of the mask inside the mask carrier. What you're going to do, depending on which side you wear your mask carrier, you're going to place your mask inside that facing against your body. I wear my carrier on my left hip, so therefore I'm going to place my mask inside that way. That way when I pull my mask out, when I pull it out, it's ready to be placed on my face. And location for storage. When storing your mask, you want to ensure that you're not putting it at the bottom of a closet, underneath a lot of boxes. All the parts of this mask are very easy to break, bend, and tear. You also want to have it stored somewhere where it's readily available. In the last several minutes, I've discussed some of the proper techniques and procedures required to maintain an M40 series protective mask, including checking external parts, internal parts, and proper storage. In conclusion, there are many times when you might be put into a situation where you have to don your protective mask, maybe even in a chemical environment. If you follow these few simple steps, your mask will be ready for use when the time comes. Thank you so much for your time and attention.